Yeah, it's not only that, the whole story, as we're told it in dynastic Egypt, just doesn't make sense from a number of different perspectives. It's as if they arose out of nowhere, like perfect, and then degraded over time. When you think about it, things like the pyramids, I mean, those are the first pyramids ever made. Like these massive megalithic stone pyramids that have all of these different elements of sacred geometry and precision and all these different aspects of incredible engineering built into them. That's apparently what they did first. They kept building pyramids after that time.
And they sucked.
Yeah, well, they're adobe. They're made from mud brick.
Well,
and they fall
don't
apart.
really know. What do you got here, Jamie?
Karahan Tepe?
Yeah.
I'm going to be there in April.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Look at that face. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look at that face. It's scary. I don't want to... Doesn't that look scary?
Video of yours that I watched today was a video that showed the similarities, not just between pyramids, but between construction methods all over the world. In Japan, I had no idea that they had made the sarcophagus covers in Japan that were exactly the same shape as the one, and oddly shaped, exactly the same as the ones they made in Egypt.
And in a place, there is supposed to be zero connection between ancient Japan and ancient Egypt. That's not supposed to exist. And if you compare that sarcophagus work, it's like it looks uncannily similar.
Almost impossible that two people would come up with the same design.
Right.
Because it's like coming up with, I don't know, I mean, I don't have a good, like if someone like this lighter, if someone this is an unusually shaped lighter, the way the top pops, if someone just coincidentally without any internet came up with this on the other side of the planet, you'd be like, how the fuck? It's so oddly shaped. Like the buttons in the same place, the lid's in the same place. There's no way. That's what it looks like to me. And the fact that it took an enormous amount of effort to make and move and put it into place, because you're talking about incredibly heavy stone.
And hard stone.
Yes.
Like that's the other, people don't appreciate just how hard this igneous stone is that these things are made from. Like granite, granodiorite, cyanite, like it's harder than steel. Like it's there's 6.57 on the Mohs scale. It's incredible work.
And the fact that these similar construction methods existed in Peru, they existed in Egypt, they existed in Japan, and we don't know how old stone is. That's what's really wacky. When we talk about like carbon dating, they're not carbon dating stone. No. They really don't know. So even when they go back to ancient Egypt and they say, oh, we date the pyramids construction to 2500 BC, it's a fucking guess.
That's what I think.
It's a guess.
It really is.
It has to be a guess. It really can't be anything other than a guess. They can measure organic matter. They can measure stuff that's in between the stones, but we have no idea when that was put there. If something existed for tens of thousands of years before we're dating it, we really wouldn't know. Well, we would have evidence that of course people would still live there. Of course people would still live around them. And we would have evidence that those people had left stuff behind that was a certain age, but we have zero evidence as to how old those things are.
That's right.
And when I found that out, I was baffled.
Yeah.
Because I always thought they knew 2,500 BC, rock solid. This is it.
Well, they tie it to the guy, the king. They know when Khufu lived, and so they try and tie. And literally, with the Great Pyramid, very little evidence. There's like this big statue of him that they found down in the Valley Temple, nowhere near it, and then there's a glyph on the inside